Hello again, everybody. It's Captain Firefox, and we are back on the server. Now, me being me, I've gone and done something pretty stupid, which is basically I've recorded this entire video without my commentary, so I get to do a voiceover of it on playback. This should be interesting. Let's see how bad I can screw this up. Now, I'm in the belly of the Scorpion here, trying to figure out why the hell I can't get any ammo into the Little Davids and the Vulcans in the front of the ship. And yeah, it's pretty annoying, to say the least. So I'm sitting here trying to show you guys that I can't get any ammo in there. I don't actually have any ammo loaded into the ship right now to prove it, but yeah. In addition to me trying to figure out why my ship's not working, there's also OG Mag Z is on his way over here to attack us. So yeah, he was nice enough to let us know he was coming. Then he was nice enough to share the GPS coordinates with everybody on the server that was logged on. And then, yeah, so that lag spike, yep, there he is. That's him. So now it's all hands on panic mode. I can't take the ship I'm in because, well, the vast majority of its firepower doesn't work, so we're not going to take it over there, and its shields suck. So I was going to take that dude, but realized that by the time I got into him and over there, the fight would be over, so I jumped into my little fighter dude. Tried to, anyways. Now this thing has a timer that's set up to turn all the engines and everything on, and there's so much lag from what I'm assuming is our base loading in for him that I can't even get off the freaking platform right now. So we'll just sit here and wait for the lag to subside. So much lag. Okay, here we go. Getting into it. Making sure all my shields and shit are on. Our shield is on. And there he goes. He did a pretty fair amount of damage to a couple of our little defense buoys. He completely leveled that decoy thing, which he's shooting at right now. And then he took a couple turrets off of one of our Vulcans and one of our 300mm turrets. But all in all, he got wasted, which is what he was trying to do. He didn't like his ship very much, so he decided to try it out. I think a lot of the damage that was done to Spectre ships down there on the bottom left was actually done by his own guns. They're basically shooting each other because of the angle. I'm finally in range now, so we're going to try to get into some poop-you. Now the timer blocks on this ship are supposed to shoot all of those in unison on their own, but I have to continuously smash the button to get it to work. One of these days I'll look into why. But for now, I just don't care. That is a lot of firepower heading towards that ship, and it is going down very quickly. Very quickly indeed. You can see he's still in control of it. And about this time is where I realize he's trying to ram the station. Neat little thing happens whenever, whenever he decides to do that. Yeah, the lag is taking over again. You see he's heading right towards the Valkyrie. And he's just kind of floating in that direction at this point. And... oh, man. Bad form. I just switched the camera off of him ramming the Valkyrie. And he basically just bounced off of it. The shields just pushed him away. That might have been it right there, the little herky-jerky bit he just did. But basically the only results of him ramming the Valkyrie to the Valkyrie was the Valkyrie moving a little bit. And he also then tried to ram the station, but I think he's completely lost control of the ship at this point. And it's just kind of being pushed by all the fire that's coming in at it. So I was impressed by the amount of damage that the ship did. It'll be interesting to see what a combined assault of players is able to do to the base. I think pretty much everyone knows where our base is, and we're still pretty in the dark about where everybody else's is. I need to get in touch with some of my spies from the last server and see if we can't find a base location. And go give back some of the loving we received. So that's the end of that dude. But it was nice to see someone actually come out and play. It's always fun. There's been a whole lot of not PvP going on the server which was supposed to be designed for PvP. But everybody's so concerned about their pixels. But anyways, it's time to get back to work trying to figure out why the hell the Scorpion's not working. So let's fly back over there and see what we can't figure out. Okay, I have figured out the problem in here. The problem was that the reactors were set to not use the conveyor. Somehow I have it set up where stuff has to go through the reactors to get to the turrets and everything at the front of the ship, the little parts that extend out. So yeah, that was the problem. That's all it was. Just had to hit a button. Go figure. Oh, another problem I found was that this little conveyor right here, which is in basically the middle of my thruster pack, it's basically what connects...
Inventory full.
Damn inventory. Basically everything that connects the connector at the back of the ship to all the weapons at the front was never complete. So that did not help my my case either. But right now I'm basically just replacing the thruster that I just destroyed. As you can see, all the thrusters in the back are working and the front aren't. So yeah, that's a problem. So I was operating with, you know, a very small fraction of my thrust that I had. Now I'm going to place all these things back in. And then hopefully, yep, there they go, just went off. Everything is now working. That's a nice feeling. And I'm burning myself alive. Go me.
Your health is low.
Well, that's a cool little symbol. Right there in the middle of my screen, let me know that, hey, dumbass, you're about to die. That's pretty cool. I like this new overview. The old one was very lacking in telling you when you're about to die, when you're running low on O2 and H2. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of that. When you run low on oxygen, it like chimes up at the top. Good stuff. Takes really long to increase your health. I'm just talking to cover the time here. Still filling the gap. Okay, that's done, finally. Let's go finish welding up that hydrogen thruster. There we go, tried to burn myself, very good. I did chop off 3 hydrogen thrusters right there so I could get around. And I have decided to make a go-around of conveyors coming off the bottom of those containers right there. Not those are the missile containers, but the ones behind it. The things the reactor's attached to right there, those are actually cargo containers. So now I've connected those cargo containers directly to the conveyor line that leads to the front of the ship. So I shouldn't have any more problems even if I do somehow screw up the reactors. So that's a nice feeling, for me at least. Yeah, now all that's left is to replace the thrusters. I'm trying to think right now if I want to bother replacing them or just kind of leave them be, because I've got a shit ton of them on there, and I know I'm going to have problems with the ship later on. Yeah, I'm stupid. I just blocked myself in there. Let's just ignore that. There we go. And there we go. But anyways, yeah, I have a ton of thrusters. There are clangs that work there. And I was trying to figure out if it was even necessary to put all these 3 back on, knowing that they would impede my path if I wanted to get back over there. But I decided to throw them back on, hope for the best, and hope the ship doesn't break again. We'll see how that goes. Pretty sure the first time this thing goes into combat, it's going to die. Which, you know, kind of the purpose of it. Put this last one in. There we go. And the ship is back at full strength, sort of. Now, while I did replace those thrusters, I'm not going to replace this block. I'm going to put a door in its place instead, because I'm fairly certain I'm going to have to go back in there and fix something at some point. I think actually later in this video I should go back in there and fix something. Oh, I do, that's right. So yeah, the door was a good idea. Putting the thrusters back, yeah. We'll see if it was a good idea or not. The ship isn't lacking for thrust, so I'm not really sure why I put them back in there. But anyways, I did. Finish welding this thing up. Alright, on to the next project, which is basically moving a crap ton of ammo over. if I hadn't done that already. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, next project. I hate the interior of this thing. While I don't always run in there and hurt myself, I do always get stuck on these little platforms. And I don't. I've got these things on the side, but I never use them. Like I'm always using my jetpack, not walking. So I'm going to try to take them off, replace them, make them all better. And I also want to throw an oxygen tank in here because I keep seem to be running out of oxygen, and that's not a good thing. So all the ice on the ship is usually taken up trying to fill the hydrogen tanks. So I need to have myself an oxygen tank so that I can come down here, fill up my oxygen whenever I need it, and not have to worry about it. So that's priority number one, is getting an oxygen tank in here. I can't put it right there because that goes directly to the, well, I guess I could have in hindsight. But I find a place for it, it looks good, so it's all good in the end. Throw down the old O2 tank right here, that works. Of course I'm out. Always needing parts. Kind of the name of the game. Alright, got parts for that. Alrighty, now all I gotta do is hook it up to the top of the med bay here using some conveyors, which I hopefully have the pieces for already. Oop, yep, there we go. Alright. Done and dusted. Okay. I now have an oxygen tank, which should be filling up with precious, precious breathable air at the moment. And yeah, I kind of like the way it looks in here too. Yeah, that works. Okay, now I still have the problem of needing some sort of platform to walk on because, yeah. So I'm going to try this, the flat platform and see how that looks. It'll still give me a place to walk on, but it won't impede my path like the ones with the little half wall. I don't really know what you call it. There we go. Connect it all together. Weld it all up. Let's see how we like it. No gravity, of course. Okay, well, I already hate that. Yep, that looks like shit. But it's functional, so do I want to leave it? No, that's really, really bad. So what we're going to do is compromise. We're going to put back the pieces like we just had them on the corners here and just leave that middle one open so that I can, oops, break the med bay. All right, there we go. Yeah, so I'll put the platforms down the way they were originally, move the one in the middle, leave it how it is now, and I'll have the best of both worlds. It'll look better having the pieces on the side like that, and it'll still allow me to fly through the middle, which makes me happy. So I won't be constantly getting stuck on that thing every time I try to go to the bridge. So, yeah, there we go. There we have it. Works for me. Now, I was talking earlier about how shitty my shields are, and here's a good example. At full power, it's only, what, 400,000 hit points? That's not good. So, yeah, we're going to do something about that. Now, these shields are based off of the power on your ship. So clearly, I do not have enough. Whoa, hello, rubber banding. Okay, I want to walk straight through the door. Can I do that? No, no, come on, let it go straight. Put harder. Okay, we'll come over here. That'll work. Okay, thank you, rubber banding. So yeah, basically, I need to put more reactors on here somewhere. Clearly not enough space for a large one, so I'm going to have to chalk in a bunch of... excuse me, chalk in a bunch of small generators. So I got to run back over and get some pieces for it. And I think the only place I can put some are going to be right in here. Maybe these... Okay, that's good. I can put a few more in. Will I get lucky again? Or am I going to open myself to space? Oh, hey, conveyor. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's see if this side is equally as empty. It should be, since I built this in creative. Everything should be mirrored. And bazinga. Alright, let's see if this one will work. And that's the vacuum of space. Let's not do that. Yes, place that back there. Okay, everything is working fine now. Well, let's get some reactors. Twist it all pretty like. Tilt it down so I can build one next to it. And there we go. Now I gotta get the pieces because otherwise I won't be able to get back there and weld it. So, run back. See how many of these I can pick up at a time. Oxygen bottles out. I grab some more. There we go. Much better. Alright, let's grab 1, 2.5-ish. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a bunch of trips for this. Very glad I left that door open. Alright, weld this sucker up. Sucker has been welded. Now I can place in that one like that. And it doubles as giving me a little access port right there, which is nice. So make sure this one's hooked up to it. That'll do it. And I, of course, don't have enough parts for it, so I gotta go run back over to the connector. Ow. Grab some more. And repeat the process. Hopefully this will give me enough to knock out the other 2.5 that I need to do. Probably not, because it says my inventory is full now. We'll see. Alright, there we go. That one's in. I just realized I messed up and didn't weld in the one behind it. Can I sneak in? Beautiful. And one more for good measure. Make sure it's hooked up right. Go, there we go, okay. And I need quite a few more pieces. One more trip back to the connector. Yippee-tie, yay! And that is all. Grab some uranium so I can power these things. We take 500 and 100 for each. That's kind of the going rate of the reactors we've got going on at the base. Alright, now because I left myself this hatch, I can just go right in and place in all the reactors. Place the uranium in all the reactors. There we go. Except for I'm an idiot and just try to place all 500 in there at once. Let's do 400 back. There we go. Math is hard. I should have 4 more spots open. There we go. 100 this time. I learned from my mistakes. Alright, alright, alright. We are making progress. Alright, now let's go see how much that helped out the old shields. If I can learn to spell, this would be great. Alright. Oy, only up to 600,000. My freaking little fighter has twice as many hit points as my Scorpion on the shields. That's not good. That's not good at all. But oh well, that's all we're going to get, because anywhere else I put it, it's going to get burned up by thrusters. Oh well. Alright, let's go see what's next on the old agenda. I think we're just going to call this thing done. Done, done, done. There's really nothing else I can think to do to it. It's got ammo and everything. All the uranium's charged, reactors are full. It's still working on its ice, but it should be up to full capacity. It's got a lot of ice in there. So yeah. Call this thing done. But I did delete some of those hydrogen thrusters, so I gotta fix those real quick. Then I'll check back in when I'm done with the housekeeping stuff. Okay, so the next order of business is right down there. You see that little ball down there that hasn't been there? Don't look at armed ships. We're not spoiling that. Don't look at that. Put the moon down there. we pasted in a moon to kind of give people something else to do. Like people and me and Ern, we're pretty much at a like we've done enough building. We wanna start shooting people and doing things and having fun. So we put in a small moon to hopefully bring everybody close together once again and give somebody something to fight for. But I have no craft that I know of that'll get me down there safely. I don't know that I've ever been to that moon, so I don't know what the gravity is. If it has an atmosphere, what kind of atmosphere? Do I need hydrogen? Will atmospheric thrusters work? Will ion thrusters work? I don't know any of these things. But I feel like I should definitely fix this damage before I go down there. He damaged a couple of them. Yeah, that's easily repairable. There's another one over there that's on fire. So I'm going to jump in the welding ship real quick. Weld these back up before we leave the base with a big open scar on the side of it. Can't have that. So I'm going to hop in here real quick, run over and fix those. Okay, well that's the problem with the voiceover. So if you're not paying attention, it jumps to it. I fixed all that shit. It's not a problem anymore. And now I am building myself an atmospheric capable fighter. Now, pulled this off the workshop. I had actually pegged it for one of the Odyssey seasons, just never used it for whatever reason. I think I didn't stay on the planet as long as I was planning whenever I picked it up. But the paint scheme is original for the creator of it, and it just happens to be the UNSC colors. So that was really quick and painless as far as printing it off. These little welder bays are amazing with the modded welders. So, yep, here it is right here, the Aero Mark 1 atmospheric multi-purpose fighter, multi-role fighter. I can't really read it on this tiny screen I'm watching it on. But yeah, wish I could say who it was. I'd give him props, but I love your fighter, man. It looks fantastic. But now I've got to load it all up with uranium and bullets and missiles and fun things that go boom, and then we'll have to do some modifications to it to make it be able to get there, like a jump drive. You gotta have a shield. So let me disconnect this thing, get it over to where we need to be, and then we'll head to the moon. Okay, this thing is a freaking slug in space. Holy crap. I have at most 2 ion thrusters in every direction. This thing was clearly designed for atmospheric flight. It just has ions for shits and giggles, I guess. But it's enough to get me around and move me around. It's wow bad. Wow bad. But it's got these cool little things up here to let me know how fast I'm going. Whatever else is there, you can look at it yourself. Neat little script, neat way of putting it up there in view of the pilot. I like that a lot. Need to learn how to do that so that I can use that myself in future builds, because that's really neat. But here we go. We've got to put a jump drive on this thing because I'm not about to slow boat. And when I mean slow boat, I mean really, really slow boat over to the moon. It's not going to happen. Excuse me. I was hoping there's going to be like a battery or something that I could just lop off and replace with the jump drive. But I don't see one anywhere. There are an overabundance of atmospheric thrusters though, so I might be able to get away with chopping some of those off and replacing them with ions. But in doing so, I significantly decrease the effectiveness of the ship in atmosphere. And if that's neat. I like how I did that. Well, it's a neat way of piping something up. But anyways, if I replace those ion thrusters, or replace the atmospheric thrusters with ions, then it wouldn't be so great in atmosphere, and if atmosphere is where I'm planning on having this, then what's the point? So, yeah, don't know what we're going to do here. But first thing we're definitely going to do is put on the old jump drive so they can be charging while I figure out the rest of this stuff. And I think I'm just going to have to put it right here on the top and just kind of sacrifice looks for functionality a little bit. That blue thing right there is an LCD screen. I think it looks pretty cool, a little detail piece. I might have to steal that too. Let's break this beauty up a little bit. And we'll check back in whenever I'm done grinding all this crap down. grindy fun time. Uh-oh, come back. Okay, finally got all that grinded. Whoop, explodey stuff. What's going on? What the hell? What the hell? Why is my ship shooting me? And whose shield is protecting me? Fucking I don't know, but let's go turn that thing off. Holy crap. Don't be in front of it, stupid. Okay, good. Oh, nice of it to stop shooting while I was in front of it. That's a neat trick. Okay, I'm assuming that since I just printed that off, that there is some... might be some neutral blocks in there. I don't know why it took that so long to shoot. That's pretty odd that it wouldn't have shot it when it first came out. Maybe because I just welded that cargo container back up, it went to nobody? Because it was built by Spectre originally? I don't really know. Let's make sure all this is... let's make sure this isn't set to... because this is the one I welded off and replaced to see if it would work to pull ammo from. Yep, there it is. Target neutrals is on. Turn that off, because the rest of them, I bet you, have target neutrals off. Yep, okay, that was the problem of these. Now I can weld it back up. Except for that's the wrong one. I can't weld something back that's already in place. There we go. That's the... what are you doing, stupid? Oh, yep, past the cliff is done. Alright, let's fix this one. There we go. Alright. Now let's come over here. And Arn's telling me that I have some neutral bits in the ship, which is not good. So let's turn all these into owned by me. Except for some of them are still owned by Spectre because of the welders that I use, so I can't name anything. Alright, I got all that mess sorted. Now it's time to plop down the old hyperspace. Or hyper jump drive. There we go. Words hard. Oh, it's hideous. Hideous. Hideous indeed. Let's try to make it a little less hideous, maybe, for chips. Yeah, it's definitely something we can do to make it look less hideous. So, let's open the game menu. Yep, there we go. Grab the blocks we're going to need. There we go. Alright, now let's make this less hideous. In hindsight, I think I should have used white here instead of black, but it works with the whole center line being black right there, so I might, yeah, we'll just leave it there. On the back here, I can't do what I just did on the front because, well, I guess I could have, but it would have blocked the atmospheric thruster underneath me there that this dude has spent a lot of time making look cool by having it show at the top, so not going to cover it all the way. That definitely should have been white, but I left it black. On the sides here, I finally catch on that, hey, there's a lot of black up there. I should throw some white into it. So, you can see me thinking, it doesn't look so good right there. There we go. Put some white stuff right there. And a little white right there. Flip it on around. There we go. Yeah, it looks a lot better on the side than just a big old straight wall of crap that is the jump drive. Repeat the process on this side. Go. There we go. Alright, now it's time for a shield. Definitely gonna need a shield. I think what I'm talking about here is that this thing sucks to drive. Like, it's horrible. It takes forever to speed up and all that fun stuff. So, well, now I finally put the shield on. But anyways, I was contemplating just attaching it to one of my bigger ships to jump over to the planet and then just kind of, you know, letting it fall and letting the atmospheric thrusters do the rest. But that would be kind of silly. And basically, the only thing I would do is make the jump drive I just put on there not necessary. So instead, what I'm going to do is first look at just how many glorious shield hit points I have. Or not. So I just filmed this shit. I think I'd remember what I was doing. But anyways, I'm going to jump over to the moon. It's the game plan. Yeah, look at these hit points. Watch this. 2.3 million hit points. This thing is going to be a beast to try to take out. Yeah. But I'm not about to subject myself to the torture that is flying this thing through space to get where I want to go. So instead of attaching it to another ship to jump it over there, I'm going to build a small thruster pack that I can attach to this ship. That will allow me to fly it through space with a lot more ease and much less rage-inducing slowness than what this has. So I'm going to get to hop into creating that, and I'll check back in whenever I have something to attach to this pretty little ship. Okay, here it is. I have a nice little thruster pod at the bottom. Originally I was going to connect it through connectors, but I figured the merge block would just make everything work better. They usually do. Less clang-inducing nonsense, and yeah. So the game plan here is this will be able to fly me over into near gravity, I guess, high orbit, however you want to look at it. I can drop the pod off in space and then just use my spheric thrusters the rest of the way in. If I can find the merge blocks in here, good God, why can't I find the merge blocks? You know what, just screw it. There we go. Number 2, we'll go with number 2, why not? Alright, so that's on my hotbar, so whenever I get there, I can just turn it off. Also realizing that I need to put the jump drive on my hotbar right about now. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to jump. And by right about now, I meant here in a few seconds. I promise I put it on my hotbar. There we go, I just realized I don't have it on my hotbar. There it is. Now I have it on my hotbar. Now I can jump. Now I'm just blind jumping here, so we'll see how it goes. I shouldn't be stuck in the planet because it wouldn't let me jump if I did, so this is about as good as I'm going to get. Alrighty, I'm significantly closer. So that's nice. And yeah, here we go. What's going on? There we go, now the thrusters are on. Alright, it's time to fly to the moon. Okay, I have finally hit the gravitational bubble of the planet, I guess we'll call it. Why not? But I'm trying to stop here so I can drop this thing off, and yeah, stopping's not working so well for me. When I think about this point, I'm realizing that the really crappy thrusters that are on this, the ion thrusters that are on this ship without the pod, aren't going to be enough to get me out of the atmosphere and into space. Because it's a moon, it's a smaller gravity, it has less of an atmosphere than, say, a planet does. A planet, it's fairly easy to use your atmospheric thrusters to get you to space. So I've changed my plan from dropping off the pod in orbit to I'm going to fly it down to the planet. And I'm going to hopefully have enough parts in my inventory to build a landing gear so I can just drop the landing gear on the planet. Go and cross your fingers. Guess what? I already knew I had enough. Voiceovers, fun stuff. Okay, getting back in. Now we're going to haul butt down to the planet. And yeah, I'll check back in whenever I get close to the surface. So this is actually kind of funny here. We're going to talk over this instead of just cutting away from it. I'm sitting here trying to make sure all my thrusters are good, you know, make sure I got everything right up there, because I'm used to, you know, how long it takes to get down to a planet. It takes a really long time. Never once did I look and see what the freaking rangefinder was telling me that I have, you know, 900 meters until I impact the crater. And I'm like, oh, wait, are my atmospheric thrusters on? I can't tell. Are my atmospheric thrusters on? And I still haven't hit the freaking Z key to turn my dampeners on. I'm freaking out. Oh my God, am I on? Are they on? Ammos! Ammos! Oh look, they're already on. And I'm still in the freaking K menu about to crash into the fucking planet. Oh, I just realized my mistake. Turn on the dampeners and 20 meters to spare. I almost gave you something to make fun of me about. I almost crashed into another freaking planet, but I didn't. I'm getting better. Anyways, so that was phenomenal. Phenomenally brilliant. I'm really chuckling at myself in real time on this. I really wish I hadn't screwed up the recording because I was laughing at myself considerably. But we can all laugh at me now. Alright, we're going to try to put this thing down, leave it here, and then go do our thing floating around the rest of this moon, trying to find a spot to build a base on. Ooh. This is a problem with the shields. I can't connect the landing gear because the shield won't let me get close enough. I ain't that a bitch. I don't really know how you're supposed to fix that problem. So I have to turn my shield off, which means I lose 2.5 million hit points. And then that happened, and it sounded like things were damaged. But whatever. And for whatever reason, landing gear is attached, but it just went all limp on me and fell over. Hate it when that happens. And it shouldn't have done that, and spoiler alert, it fixes itself somehow. It wasn't damaged. So all I'm doing here is turning on the antenna. I'm going to turn the merge block back on so that I can merge back in later. And then now I turn on the antenna so it gives me a good idea where it's at. I got to change the name every time I connect this thing too, so it's annoying. I call it the Tide Pod. Hopefully the kitties will leave it alone. That's a cultural reference that won't make any sense 10 years from now if you're watching this that much later on in life. But yeah, kids used to eat Tide Pods. They're stupid. Okay, moving right along. Let's, okay. That was, I was a little too much upward thrust. I'm shooting up into the atmosphere. This is bad. Very bad. My dampers are on, so I shouldn't be doing this. Let's move back down. Move back down. Okay, I'm back in space now with my shitty little ion thrusters. Is all I have left. So I'm not going to make you sit through the next fucking 15 minutes of my life that it took me to get back down to the planet. So we're just going to cut that right now. Okay, I finally get close to the planet, and then this shit starts to happen. I don't even know what's going on. Except for Clang is officially taken over. This is one of those Clang take the wheel moments. You just kind of sit there and you hope and you pray you don't run into anything and explode the ship. That's all that's happening. I'm not making any of these movements. I do try to right myself a few times just because I don't think there's any upwards thrust for the Atmos. So yeah, Clang is definitely doing his thing. Over and over and over again. Clang. Because if I didn't enjoy floating through atmosphere for a solid 15 minutes, I definitely enjoy flipping around like crazy once I get back down to the planet eventually. So thank you, Keen and Clang, for your collaboration in this enjoyment in this version of Space Engineers. Okay. Are we done yet? Or are we done? We're not done yet. Now are we done? Okay, seems like I've gained control of the ship again, so let's move on and head back, because, oh, look at that, I'm running out of oxygen. Wonderful! Alright, gotta hightail it back to base. First, I need to get my little thruster pack, the Tide Pod. That's fine. This is the Tide Pod challenge. Can I get back in time without running out of oxygen? Like dumbasses were doing when they were eating the Tide. I'll stop with the references here eventually. Maybe, possibly not. But anyways, I'm going to haul tail back over to the Tide Pod, and I'll jump back in when I get over there. Ooh, pretty sunrise. Gotta give it to Keen. They do some things right. The visuals in this game quite stunning sometimes. Alright. Well, the mission to the moon was a complete and total waste of time and effort. I was sent to find a place to make a base. And, well, as you can see around you, there's basically nothing but rolling hills of ice on this planet. So there's no real geographical features that'll pop out like a side of a mountain or anything like that. Like this right here is about as big as you're going to get in terms of mountains on the moon, or at least in the area that I searched. And I searched around 10K circle, and it was all this. It's all this. So, yeah. Clayton was nice enough while spinning me around crazily over, I think it was 6K away when that happened, to right my Tide Pod. It's standing up on its own now for whatever reason. So, okay, we'll take it. Thank you, Lord Clang. Your sacrifice is incoming. Okay, let's go ahead and hook this thing back up. Oh, I'm way off. Okay, that's much better. I meant to do that. Definitely. All right, drop it down, hooking it up. Please, Lord Clang, don't take me. Okay, hooked up. You just heard me unlocking the... Yep. Can't take off. Clang giveth and Clang taketh away. Still can't launch. Not a station, but I'm also not a ship. I guess I can't convert to station because it's small grid, so that would make sense. Still trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Let's see if we can manually unlock the landing gear, if that will help. It's on the auto lock still, so there we go, unlock, and what happens? Nothing. Someone else is using the ship, okay? Now if you just noticed there, my shield just put a crater in the moon and shot me off into space. So hey, thanks, shield. Alright, I've only got 14% of oxygen left, so I need to haul tail back to base. Is that it? Nope, that's platinum. I don't want to go there. Okay, that's probably it. You know what? We got a jump drive. Let's figure it out that way. No more blind jumping needed. Heading back to HQ. Select. Okay. Now, gotta get out of the planet's atmosphere. So I'm gonna book it out of the atmosphere and catch out. Check out. I will check back. There we go. Words are hard. Whenever I've broken the planet's gravity field. Okay, I've made it. Time to jump. Guess I should probably align the jump. There we go. Time to head on home. Alrighty, there's the home asteroid. As you can tell, there's nothing around it. And this is the reason there was such a lag spike earlier. I just came back onto grid, if you will, with the base, and nothing's loaded in. So whenever OG jumped in earlier, this is what he saw, and all that lag was all the little things that we have over around our base loading in. So I'd suggest anybody else who wants to come over here to try to shoot us that you definitely don't come in close, so that you give everything time to load in before the shooting starts, because we got to give the server time to recover from loading everything in before the shooting starts. At least that's how it works in my head. But I'm fairly computer illiterate, so see how that goes. Alright, everything's pretty much loaded in. I guess I could turn off all these antennas to make it, a little less cluttered. That was a good timing there. Not bad, voiceover guy. Alright, yeah, find my ship. And I don't know why, but the Spartan up there, I've turned the shields off of being visible all the time, like 5 times now, and they always keep coming on. So I've just given up the struggle. Whatever. Okay, I have, what, is it 8% left of oxygen? So panic mode is starting to set in. Trying to stop the ship here. It's not going so well. Okay. I have overshot the base considerably. 7% oxygen left. And it's going by quickly. Apparently my character is hyperventilating and shooting through his oxygen so fast. Alright, go forward. Forward. Oh, I don't even have my thrusters on the ship. What's going on with that? I bet you when the merge block merged, it screwed up what was on and what was off. Alright. Get some oxygen before I die. Oh, damn it. Dampeners weren't on. Why does it do that? Why, if you have your dampeners on your ship, why when you get out do you not have dampeners on? That made no damn sense. Whatever. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm alive. Let me go find my body because I had a nice welder in my hand. I'd like to not lose that. I don't know why I'm going that way. turn on all the crap. There we go. Where's body? There's my body. Body location. I'm floating away. Fan-freaking-tastic. Let's see if we can catch up to it. And ironically turn the dampeners off once I do. Nope. Turn them off. There we go. Figured it out. Okay. And it's not in here. I must have had it in my hand when I died. Crap. That's I got too far away from it. Okay, there we go. Let's try this again. Too fast. Too slow. Come on. Nope. There we go. Get it quick before I get out of range. Alright. I don't need that crap. It's for peasants. Alright. Turn my dampeners back on so I don't crash into anything unexpectedly. Let's head on back to base. Now my ship's still just kind of floating off. Let's go check it out real quick. There it is. Let's go ahead and park this thing up real quick, and then we'll try to find something to move on to build next, since no one that's on right now wants to go shoot each other. Still don't have any thrust on the ship, and I'm all floaty, like all over the place. I don't know what's going on. I think past me is about to realize that I don't have any thrusters on the ship itself. Maybe. There he goes. There, now they're all on. Now they're all on. Okay. Not that that helps out tremendously, but I did just increase my thrust by 33% right there. Now, there's the landing bay. That's where I need to put this thing. Really, this ship was pretty much a waste. I don't think I'm going to use it anymore. But it did kind of show me what I needed down there. I don't need all these atmospheric thrusters for sure. I think maybe one or two will get the job done, and I can really focus on the ions instead. Because just a few meters up, I needed ions and not the atmospheric thrusters. So we'll see. I'm not ready to bring like the Spartan into orbit or anything, but I'm pretty sure the Scorpion can land on it. It doesn't have a whole lot of thrusters on it facing down, but it's all light armor and there's very little gravity, so maybe it'll make the trip. If not, the shield should hold on until I can throw some more thrusters on. I hope. Alright, so we'll just leave this right here and go see if we can't find us a new project to get started on. Okay, so Space Engineers done pissed me off again. I can't place blocks again. I've already logged on and off twice just to put these 5 blocks down. Just trying to make a new entrance to my little arm over here. Nothing. Now I know I'm not at my block count limit on the base because it would tell me I'm at my block limit. So it's just being stupid. Whenever I log back in eventually, I guarantee you all those blocks that I've been trying to place will be there. It's just something stupid the game does. And frankly, I'm tired of messing with it, so I'm just going to log off. Just screw it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. Thanks for watching, guys. Now, it is E3 weekend. There's been a lot of crap going on, and a lot of games being announced, things that really intrigue me, mainly Fallout 76. Yeah, if that's as multiplayer as I think it's going to be, expect a lot of content for that on this channel in the near future. I love Fallout 4. I've always said if it was a multiplayer game that I would just play it non-stop. So unless they screw it up, I'll be playing it. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you really like it, subscribe. And I ran out of time. God bless it. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time.